Hi there, it's Jen from modernmedicinelady.com and the Empathic Woman System, and the word of the day is alter. And I don't mean alter like the thing behind me. I'm talking about like alter as an alter a dress or altering our plans and or getting altered, as they used to say back in the day when I was during my glorious misspent youth. And I share this word with you right now because I had an amazing realization earlier today. It really blew my mind. Because I was thinking a lot about how, especially when I was younger and I would be having a hard time, it was really common for people to say to me, oh, just let it go. Stop thinking about it. Don't worry about it. Change your mind. Look at something else. Distract yourself. But especially just let it go. And I will admit it was more often men who said that to me than women. But hey, that's a whole other story. And I remember even when I was younger, whenever somebody said to me, just let it go, I was like, what do you mean by that? How the ever living F do I just let it go? It never made any sense to me. It was so completely confusing. So today I had a realization. What I realized was that as a highly sensitive, empathic woman, I absorb things. I don't just pick them up. And when I absorb them, I'm altered by what I've absorbed. And so instead of just having something where I pick it up with my hands and I can carry it around and then I can decide to put it back down, as a sensitive, as an empath, when I am around a lot of energy, when I am not as protected as I need to be, what happens is I take it in, I absorb it, and then it affects me. It influences me in the same way that a glass of water could be sitting there, and if you dropped like a couple drops of India ink into that water, it changes and it's no longer clear liquid. It's like dark black liquid. That's what it's like being an empath. We can be around a lot of intensity and then all of a sudden we become that intensity too. And the thing is, in the same way that you can't just say to a glass of liquid that's been altered by ink, just let it go. You can't do that as an empath either. What needs to happen is that the ink, that inky water, and also us need to be altered again. There needs to be something done in order to shift it so that it can go back to being clear water, which is generally a chemical response. But in terms of us, it's more about an energy shift and more about learning how to alter our energy again so that we are not in a state of being permanently distressed because we picked up the distress that's going on around us. So this was pretty like, oh my God, for me today. I was like, wow, this is really major. Because for years and years and years, hearing just let it go has always rubbed me the wrong way, but I had never quite realized why until tonight when I suddenly went, it's because we cannot just let it go, because we become the thing. And if we remained separate from it, that would be one thing. But when you have absorbed it, when it has altered you, then it's really different when it comes to just, quote, letting it go. So my question to you right now is, are you one of those people who can just pick something up and put it back down? Or are you more like me, where you absorb things, and when you absorb things, it alters you? And if that's the case, then how do you take care of yourself? And what do you do when you absorb something? Do you know how to shift? Do you know how to work with it? Do you know how to alter it again so that you don't have to be carrying that distress around? Now, if your answer is yes, I'd love to hear what you do to take care of yourself. But if your answer is no, then I'm going to ask you to do something a little different than I usually do on my words of the day. And that is that I'm going to invite you to check out the link below for my empath inquiry. And what that will do is that will help you to connect with me so that you and I can take some time to do what I call an empath evaluation. And we can talk about the ways that being highly sensitive is affecting you in the world and some resources that you can use to help you to go from being totally overwhelmed by this and to really learn how to transform it so that you can use your gifts to make a difference in this world about what really matters to you. So, until next word of the day, I'm wishing you peace and ease. And if you're feeling called to it, if it seems like a good idea, check the link below and send me one of those inquiries and we'll talk. Peace.